Now, if the millipore values that you're getting are historically low and you're consistently getting these low millipore values, then you need to ask some questions and try to answer them. Now let's try to understand how we can use the test results. So firstly, we can compare the results, the after results, or the results that we get from testing the clean sample from this test with the set acceptance criteria. So for example, in the test report that I shared, the clean sample millipore value was 76 milligram per liter. Now, if my customer had specified that the clean sample should be 50 milligrams per liter, then my filtration system has failed. However, if the customer had specified 100 milligrams per liter, then this sample is okay and my filtration system is working as expected. The second way we can interpret these results is to see the quantum of change between the dirty and the clean fluid. So in the example that I shared, the dirty sample, the millipore value was around 2600 milligrams per liter, and the clean sample was 76 milligrams per liter. So my customer could have specified that, okay, the clean sample should be at least 50% better or cleaner than the dirty sample, or it can be 90% cleaner than the dirty sample, whatever that number be. But we can use the quantum of change between the before and after results as an acceptance criteria. Now, when it comes to testing, it is always a good idea to verify your test results. Now, let's divide this verification process into two parts. Firstly, let's discuss as to why your millipore values may be too high. Now, the first and foremost reason might be that you are not following the exact test procedure. Now, why this is important is because all the tests that you are comparing may not be performed by the same personnel, or the same equipment may not be used to perform all the tests. Now, this could lead to introduction of new variables in the test, and which could lead to wrong results or higher millipore values. Second, to verify your results, it is always a good idea to perform a dummy test. Now, dummy test means performing the exact same millipore testing procedure on clean fluids. So, for example, you can take, in case of a component, you can take the alkaline degrease solution without contaminating or without passing it over the actual component, since that is the only source of contamination that can come in the process fluid. Or you can test the clean coolant before it passes through your machine or through the filtration system. So just take a sample of newly created or mixed coolant and then perform this test. Now, if the millipore shows some value, ideally the millipore, the testing procedure should give the results that there are no contamination since we are using clean process fluids. However, if there is some contamination, then either you need to change the specification, that is the outcome, or you need to inspect your entire testing procedure. So whether your personnel are following the correct procedures, or whether your equipment itself is clean or not, or the way you collect the samples, whether that is correct or not, or the equipment that you use to collect these samples, whether those are clean and whether those are proper or not. So there are various variables which can lead to a higher millipore value. Now let's see what could lead to a lower millipore value. Now, in case the dummy test that you performed earlier on clean process fluid, if that gives a lower value than your specified value. Now, how to understand or take care of such a situation? To counteract this, you can test the component which you know is clean, and then test the procedure, then get the millipore value. Now, since you know the millipore value of the component, and with you know that this component has passed the millipore testing earlier, comparing that with the earlier result, you will understand whether there is any discrepancy. Secondly, what you can do is you can take a component and clean it repeatedly. The same component you can clean repeatedly. Now, what you should expect is that the millipore value should decrease or show a decreasing trend with each test performed, since with each test the component is actually getting cleaned. Now, if the millipore values that you are getting are historically low and you are consistently getting these low millipore values, then you need to ask some questions and try to answer them. Either your parts are extremely clean, which is a good thing, or there is something wrong with your entire process. Now, what could be those wrong things? First, the spray pressure that you are using while performing the test. The spray pressure is the one which is, you connect a vacuum pump and you suck the fluid through the patch. Probably the negative pressure that you are using, that may be low or may not be correct. Or the location from which you are collecting the samples, that may not be correct. Or this I have experienced, the components might be magnetized. So you need to demagnetize these components, because a magnetic component which will hold on to the impurities or solid impurities which may not come out during the testing process initially, but may come out after some time. So these are some of the avenues that you need to check if you are getting consistently getting historically low millipore value. So to recap or revisit what we learned in this video, first and foremost, we understood that millipore is important as a quality control measure to know whether you are making clean components and using clean process fluids, which are very essential, especially in the auto industry and the pharma industry. Then we learned how to interpret the test results and how to verify the test results. Now, the bottom line is that we should not leave the millipore or the whole cleanliness aspect to chance. We should be able to produce quality products consistently, batch after batch. And I hope the information that I shared in this video will help you achieve this and help you achieve the desired quality output from your products. I hope this video was useful for you. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below and we'll try to answer them to the best of our ability. We are going to make some other videos on similar topic or around this topic to enhance the understanding behind this even further. However, if you have any suggestions, please do mention in the comments also, so that it gives us an idea as to what you want and we make videos accordingly.